From the BSNBCS studios, this is your morning news with Camila Melendez and Sunny Diaz.
Buenos dias, BSNBCS. Today is Monday, October 3rd, 2022. Welcome to Hispanic Heritage episode of BSNBCS 82 News. My name is Camila Melendez from Class 7A.
And I'm Sunny Diaz from Class 8B. Thanks for joining us. Let's head right into the news.
From September 15th to October 15th, we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month in the United States each year. This tradition began in 1968 when President Lyndon B. Johnson first proclaimed celebrating Hispanic Heritage Week. Later, Congress passed a bill to extend the celebration to last an entire month, signed into law by President Ronald Reagan in 1988. National Hispanic Heritage Month has been celebrated every year since 1989. Another essential fact about Hispanic Heritage Month is that many nations in Latin America celebrated their Independence Day from Spain during this month. For more, let's turn it over to our field correspondent, Mariela Soto.
Hi, I'm Mariela Soto, correspondent of 82 News. I'm here today with Ms. Debbie Romero, and we're going to be talking about Hispanic heritage and what it means to her. How do you and your family celebrate Hispanic heritage?
In my family, we don't have a series of steps. Being Hispanic means being a part of a culture that's filled with love and alegría. And so we do this by preserving our language, our dances, our music, our cuisine, and feeling connected with one another.
Why do you and your family celebrate Hispanic heritage?
Well, my parents emigrated to the U.S. when they were 19 and 21, and being undocumented, young, and from impoverished regions from their country, they didn't have a lot of material goods to pass on to their children. So cultural wealth meant a lot of wealth in our family. We preserved our language and we celebrated by making sure that we felt connected to one another.
How are ways that people who are not of Hispanic heritage can help celebrate?
I see our school community doing this in a very beautiful way, from highlighting historical events, literature, music, dances, activities. When we're genuinely curious about one another, that's how we celebrate our stories.
Sharing your heritage is an amazing way to share who you are. I'm Mariela Soto, back to the newsroom.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gorbel, the lower school digital media teacher here at BSNBCS, and I practice the Jewish religion. I'm wearing the traditional yarmulke on my head Jews wear when we attend synagogue to pray. Mine is a Captain America yarmulke because he is my favorite superhero. Now marks a very important time for Jews throughout the world, the start of the Jewish New Year, because we have our own special calendar of holidays we follow. The celebration started Sunday with Rosh Hashanah and will end with the very thoughtful time that is Yom Kippur on Wednesday. This is a time when Jews think about the things they've done since the last Rosh Hashanah and wonder how they can be better people in the new year to come.
October kicks off our BSNBCS anti-bullying campaign. This is the month that we as a BSNBCS community take a deep look at our community and how it's affected by bullying. Bullying is repeated, unwanted, aggressive behavior that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. Even though we all have heard of bullying, many students are not aware of the different types of bullying. There are 4 main types of bullying. First, verbal bullying is saying or writing mean things about a person. Next is social bullying, where you intentionally hurt someone's reputation or relationships by leaving someone out or spreading rumors. Cyberbullying is any bullying or intimidation done by using electronic means. Physical bullying involves hurting a person's body or possessions. This could look like hitting, kicking, or pinching. If you or anyone around you is experiencing bullying here at BSNBCS, please talk to a teacher or an adult you feel comfortable talking with. For more info, check out the link below on anti-bullying produced by our SST team.
In school news, this month is Anti-Bullying Month here at BSNBCS. We use Thrive, which highlight our school's tradition, beliefs, and values. This is a list of expectations that help keep scholars safe, respectful to everyone, and responsible and productive citizens.
The list includes concepts for living a harmonious life like
Temperancia,
humanitas,
Respectus,
industria,
Veritas,
and excellencia. This month, we are focused on temperantia, a Latin word that means self-control. Self-control is vital to accomplish any goal. Students who have demonstrated this value consistently receive an award during our community meeting.
Joining us now is Adrian Gutierrez with our entertainment news.
Good morning, this is Adrian Gutierrez from AB This Year Entertainment News. During this month, Hispanic Heritage, we highlight the people who are influencing our community. We kick off the month with one of the country's Hispanic professional baseball players. Andy Diaz hit a 3-home run and the Tampa Bay Rays, starting an unprecedented 9 Latin American players on Roberto Clemente Day. Routed today 11-0 on Thursday to pull within a half game of the Blue Jays in the wild card chase. Clemente, the late Hall of Fame outfielder from Puerto Rico, was a 2-time World Series winner and NL MVP who played 18 seasons with the Pittsburgh. The Blue Jays Latin American starters are from 5 countries: Colombia, Cuba, Mexico, Venezuela, and the Dominican Republic. Very happy, especially on a day like today. Diaz said, "I think the Latinos are putting a stamp on the game of baseball." All 9 Rays starters and bases, Coach Chris Prieto and Rodney Linares, were 21 to honor Clemente. I'm Adrian Gutierrez, back to you, Newsroom.
The classes are already getting better with these riddles.
Join us now with the winners of last episode's Riddle of the Week is Cesar Ayala.
Congratulations to the winners of last week's riddle. I speak without a mouth, and I hear without an ear. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? An echo. Congratulations to KC, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3C, 4C, 4A, 5A, 6B, 6A. Thanks for listening. Now, back to our regular scheduled program.
Thank you, Caesar. The riddle segment is getting a lot of attention school-wide.
The classes are definitely getting better with the riddles.
Joining us now with the Riddle of the Week is Christopher Lechuga.
Hi, I'm Christopher Lechuga from 4B, and I'm here with the Riddle of the Week. Are you ready? How can a man go 8 days without sleep? Have your teacher send your answers to Miss V. Jones. The first 5 classes with the correct answer wins a prize. That's your Riddle of the Week. Back to you, Camilla.
Thank you, Christopher. Let's check out the weather for the week.
My name is Erica Mello from Class 6A with your forecast. Let's look at what's happening in the weather this week. Today we have a high of 63 degrees and a low of 51 degrees. The humidity will be 38%. The sunrise will be at 6:54 a.m. and will set at 6:34 p.m. Here's what to expect from your 7-day forecast. We have a straightforward week this week with our temperature ranging in the low to mid 60s. For most of our week, we have clouds. Looking forward to Friday, we have a beautiful 75 degrees and a sunny Sunday to wrap up our week. That's your 7-day forecast. Sunny, back to you.
Fantastico!
We have some great mild temperatures headed our way this week.
Fall is almost here. Let's enjoy the sunshine while we still can. Let's hear our Spanish recap.
Buenos días, estudiantes. Yo soy Emily Soto de 7B y comencemos con las noticias. Estados Unidos reconoce las contribuciones, las culturas, los logros y la historia de los ciudadanos y residentes hispanos y latinos, cuyos antepasados que provienen de España, América del Norte, América Central, América del Sur y el Caribe están organizando festivales, desfiles y actividades culturales para celebrar del 15 de septiembre al 15 de octubre. ¿Por qué el 15 de septiembre? En 1821, Guatemala, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Nicaragua y Honduras declararon su independencia de España. México declaró su libertad el 16 de septiembre y Chile el 18 de septiembre. Desde 1821, incluso antes, los latinos e hispanos han contribuido a la historia de los Estados Unidos y del mundo. Este mes está destinado a celebrar a sus familias, amigos, maestros y tal vez a usted. Entonces, mientras aprendes acerca de todos los líderes y profesionales latinos y hispanos que están cambiando nuestra historia, salga, no tenga miedo y pregúntese, ¿cómo cambiará el mundo usted y sus estudiantes? Durante octubre, inicia nuestra campaña de anti-bullying BSNBCS. Este es el mes en que nosotros, como comunidad de BSNBCS, miramos con profundidad a nuestra comunidad y cómo se ve afectada por el acoso escolar. La intimidación es un comportamiento agresivo no deseado, repetido que implica un desequilibrio del poder real o percibido. Aunque todos hemos oído hablar del bullying, muchos estudiantes no conocen los diferentes tipos de bullying o acoso. Hay 4 tipos principales de acoso: verbal, físico, social y cibernético. Este mes es el mes anti-bullying aquí en BSNBCS. Utilizamos nuestros valores Drive, que destacan las tradiciones, creencias y valores de nuestra escuela. Esta es una lista de expectativas que ayudan a mantener a los estudiantes seguros, respetuosos con todos los ciudadanos, responsables y productivos. La lista incluye conceptos para vivir una vida armoniosa y realística. Temperantía es autocontrol. Humanitas es amabilidad. Respeto es respetar. Industria es trabajo duro. Veritas es honestidad. Excelente es excelencia. This has been your Spanish recap. I'm Emily Soto, and thanks for listening. Back to you, Camila.
Thank you for that recap, Emily.
Joining us now are our in-the-field reporters with a fun segment with BSNBCS scholars.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and we thought we might change it up a bit.
Hi, I'm Esmeralda Gonzalez from 6C.
And I'm Jacqueline Rivera from 6B. And we're reporters from BSNBCS 82 News.
During last week's show, Ms. Newkirk talked to us about how some students went on a Freedom Riders trip.
This episode is all about sharing our heritage with others.
Freedom Riders were a group that paved the way for us to see each other equally.
Let's see how students felt during their historical trip.
Freedom rides are a dramatic moment that occurred at the peak of the Civil Rights era in 1961. They were a response to a law that had been passed. So in 1961, a northern group of civil rights activists called CORE, the Congress of Racial Equality, decides to test this law by calling together activists of different ages, of different races, of different educational and economic backgrounds, and of different religions to travel together, sitting side by side on interstate buses from Washington, D.C., all the way to the Deep South.
What was your experience during the Freedom Riders trip?
Well, my experience on the Freedom Riders trip was really exciting because we got to talk with some of the Freedom Riders and learn how their bus tours around the South got to impact the Civil Rights Movement in the 60s.
What stood out most about your trip?
Something that stood out most about my trip is the fact that multiple Freedom Riders were jailed or killed fighting for racism and segregation to come to an end.
That sounds so unfair.
Yeah, it is.
Who was the most memorable person on the trip?
I think the most memorable persons on the trip were Louis Segman and Carol Silver because they really inspired me to fight for everybody's rights, mostly those people who get treated badly. And the way that they expressed themselves, the way that they told the stories really made me feel like I was there, like I saw what was happening. And also, like their motivation for what they write for was really amazing.
That's good.
Would you recommend your friends to come to a trip like this next year?
Yes, because it's really informational and it teaches you more about racism and segregation back then.
Sounds good. I should go.
Overall, this was a worthwhile trip that all the students enjoyed.
After hearing about what students said, I think they remember this for a lifetime.
Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Remember, sharing our heritage with others is a common idea we all agree on.
Hi, again, I'm Esmeralda Gonzalez from 6C.
And I'm Jacqueline Rivera from 6B. And we're reporters from BSNBCS 82 News.
Back to you, Sunny.
Thank you for that segment. I know highlighting culture is an excellent way for us to understand each other.
This is true. It's interesting to see how different cultures have the ability to impact other cultures. Let's end our broadcast the way we do every time. Affirmation time.
I am powerful. I am poor. I am nocturnal.
I am resilient. I was born for a reason. My life has meaning.
I was born for a purpose. It is my goal to find it because one day in this world I'll make a difference. And don't let nobody tell you different.
Thanks for that affirmation. Remember, you can use this affirmation to encourage yourself whenever you need it. As always, we will be reciting this affirmation every broadcast. Well, that's our show.
Remember, we will be celebrating Hispanic Heritage from September 15th through October 15th. This has been Sunny Diaz
and Camila Melendez,
bringing you the latest news around the globe.
Thank you for being with us. Gracias. Adios.